you kept mentioning Andrade during the AEW portion of the review. First of all, this is quite the weird situation, but he's seemingly going to be held out of wrestling for a year.
That's a little bit
So
longer
how
than
did we
90
get
days.
here? Yes, his 90-day non-compete is going to last a year. So how did we get here? As you remember, he got released from WWE, and then there was notes that he got released for violating a wellness policy. And then a week later, he shows up in AEW, and he confronts Kenny Omega, joins the Don Callis family. And then after that, he just stopped showing up on TV. After that little confrontation, we also got some note that he won a title somewhere, like some obscure title, whatever.
Was it Crash?
Was it the Crash one? Yeah, the Crash one. So he wins the title. He shows up in AEW, and then he's just missing from AEW television. Which then there was an account that randomly posted like Andrade is on his way back to WWE, is what they said. Of course, then this got the dirt sheets. They're dirt sheets, so then they got to follow up on it. So they did follow up on it. Then they found out some news. So they first found out Andrade has a 90-day non-compete that is now being upheld. And then we found out more information that now he can be held out up to a year due to this non-compete. So it says more details have come to light regarding this abrupt disappearance of Andrade El Idolo from AEW programming after making a surprise return. So PWI Insider reports that the word making around the lucha circles today is that Andrade could be kept out of the ring for 1 year by WWE contractually due to breach of his WWE deal when he was terminated. And then a new report from Fightful shed some light on it, revealing that so after he appeared on TV, WWE sent a cease and desist letter to AEW, indicating that Andrade was still under contract to them for a 90-day period following his release. According to the Fightful report, the cease and desist from WWE came as a surprise to many, including those within AEW and WWE itself. Sources familiar with the situation told Fightful that they did not believe the fault lay with either AEW or Andrade. The prevailing belief, even among WWE staff and roster members, was that Andrade had been outright fired and was a free agent with no additional time left on his deal. But the company notes that after the WWE departure, which was rumored to be related to the company's wellness policy, which I did mention a little bit ago, Andrade began taking independent booking and signed a contract with AEW under the assumption that he was free to do so. His representative spoke to Tony Khan, and the two reportedly saw each other for the first time on the day of his AEW return. The central issue is a 90-day period that is often referred to as non-compete clause, typically is a paid period that serves as a notice of contract expiration. A previous report from PW Insider stated that Andrade would not be paid during his 90-day window. Fightful's not been able to confirm that. The report suggests that the unpaid non-compete would be very easy to fight in court, but acknowledges the practical issue that any legal battle would likely last more than the 90 days itself.
I was just thinking that.
Like you
I
could
was like,
fight
he
it.
could sue him, but it's going to take so much longer than a year.
Yeah, the clause is different than past non-competes, such as one Brock Lesnar signed in 2024, which was several years and did not hold up in court. Then it talks about the creative, which we don't need to hear.
And even if Andrade wins, WWE can appeal it or some shit.
Yeah, so he could really be shafted. So yeah, the gist of it is there is a clause within the contract that if you get fired for like violating a wellness policy, for instance, then the 90 days can go for up to a year. And apparently this is like a TKO thing and it's been in place, and this is what they're getting him for. Because he got fired for violating the wellness policy, they can tack on up to a year for him.
I don't understand how AEW didn't know.
Yes. How did they not know?
Like, how does their legal team not reach out to WWE just to make sure that Andrade is not full of shit?
I don't know. It does make AEW look kind of bad. You didn't do your due diligence.
At all.
It seems like you just took him at his word. You don't got a 90-day, do you? Oh, no. Okay. Not going to follow that up. It seems like that's what they did.
But if their punishment is losing Andrade for a year, I don't think they're missing out on anything.
They're not, but it does. I don't know. Sucks for him. I mean, he can't work wrestling for
Oh,
a
he's
year.
definitely getting shafted.
Yeah, he can't be in wrestling for a year, so he's gonna have to what? Go be a construction worker for a year if he wants to still earn. Maybe he has enough money to be able to just sit down for a year and
He can
wait
be
it
a
out.
gigolo.
That you can crawl back to Charlotte Flair and be a sugar daddy. I don't know who left who there, but maybe that's an option for him. But I don't know. People were saying like, "Oh, this is so wrong of WWE to do this." I don't even blame WWE. Is it right? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But my question is, was it there the whole time? Like, if it was there and you didn't know about it, then that's on you. If you signed this contract and that information's in there and you just didn't know about it because who reads contracts nowadays, then yeah, that's on you. It's like one of my many times I've been fired. I had like 3 weeks of vacation that I never took. I found out that if you leave the company, they give you the vacation pay. So I'm like, oh, well, the writing was on the wall that I was going to get fired, but it's like, it's okay. I'm going to get this vacation pay. And I even stopped taking vacation when I figured out that maybe this was happening. So we fast forward to the day that I'm fired, and it's like, oh, by the way, because you got fired for disciplinary reasons, not only do you not get your vacation pay, we don't even have to pay you your regular wage. So you get like minimum wage pay. So I got minimum wage pay and no vacation pay because I got fired
That
the
blew up
way
in
I
your
did.
face.
And I'm like, boy, yes. Boy, did that backfire.
What was
So
the disciplinary reasons?
I kept messing up on calls. One was like not asking people if there's anything else I can help them with before getting off the call. Like I would fix the issue. I was like, all right, well, have a good day. Like, no, I'm not going to ask you if there's anything else. You're going to find something else. Like, I gave you good service. You're going to keep me on the phone all day.
That's the worst part.
Yeah. And all that to say, if he didn't know it was there, but he signed it, that's on him. But if it wasn't there and they're just like bringing this out the woodwork, then yeah, now it's on WWE a little bit. But I just think it's a scenario if he didn't know it was there and it was there.
Well, he also brought it on himself by kind of burning his bridges.
Yeah, getting fired for the disciplinary reasons. Like, if you don't
But
want
he
to be
stopped
there,
taking their
figure out
calls,
other
didn't he?
ways. Stop returning their calls. He did everything wrong. Everything to get fired, seemingly.
So you
Like,
can't like be upset when there's consequences to that.
yeah, you don't want to be there. Now you're not there. But you don't just get to walk and go skate free after it. There's got to be something. And yeah, if they fight it, it's going to take longer. So he's really screwed.
So he
Unless
could
they,
win, but he won't really win.
yeah, he can win, but he's still going to lose that year fighting it in court. And then, like, what? It's going to be like 9 months, 10 months. You win. You can go back to work. Oh, well, I only had 2 more months now. But yeah, that's the Andrade news there. All in all, yeah, probably not the best thing.